guys, you already know the drill. Bryce Buchanan with Buchanan Windows, guys, currently killing the window game every single day. Guys, in today's video, I'm currently on my way to my next job, and it's an hour away, so I figured I'd just make a video today. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about basically 3 tips on how to be better in your window cleaning business. And these tips go for any type of business, so pressure washing, gutter cleaning, landscaping, whatever you want. But specifically, I'm a window cleaner, so these are for window cleaning. But they're not niche to it. And so, you know, to be completely frank with you guys, I don't make 6 figures in my business. I don't make $1 million. I'm not a millionaire. I make a good living. I make more than a Florida school teacher. I'm okay with that, right? And so, like I said, I've started from the ground up. I've built a business. I have a route. I have over 100 clients. And I want to teach you guys and show you these 3 things because they're going to help you tremendously in your business, starting with number 1. And that is to be confident at all times. What do I mean by that? So, specifically, being confident in your business is an absolute must. Guys, don't be afraid of telling your customer no. Don't be afraid of, telling them that you don't do something. There's been a lot of times when people will haggle me for the price. People will say, hey, I want it done on this day. You have to come on a day we're open. And I say, I'm sorry, but I can't. So if you guys don't know, my scheduling is I typically work the first 11 days of every single month nonstop, and then I have about 20 days off. Now in those 20 days, I can pretty much do what I want, but I do take calls, I do paperwork, I do take my emails. I still go out and do jobs, calls, whatever. I do my bi-weekly cleans. But specifically, I actually say no a lot of the time to my clients. I'll give you a for instance. So for example, I had a client yesterday, a couple days ago, reach out to me. They said, hey, we want our windows cleaned. It was probably like a typical 3 storefront location. And I said, hey, I will charge you $90 for your exterior glass sills and frames. They said, wow, that's a pretty expensive price. Our other guy that used to do it charged us $65. And I said, listen, I cannot go that low. I can go that low, just, obviously, but I will not. The reason why is because I want to charge a premium for professional service. There's a lot of guys that'll undercut me and charge very low, and I typically just don't care, right? I charge premium. So that's the first tip, guys. Always be confident. Don't be afraid to tell the customer no. You need to be able to operate on your time, on your schedule. They are seeking help. You are helping them. They are on your time. So remember, don't be afraid to tell them no. Guys, number 2 is study your niche. So specifically, guys, you need to be armed with all the information. If a customer has a question, you need to be armed with that information. For example, if you own a window cleaning business or thinking about starting one, you need to know what straight pulls and side pulls are. You need to know what fanning is. You need to know what a rubber is, a channel is, a handle, mop, squeegee. You need to know what a water-fed pole is. You need to know what brushes come on it, what an RO system is, what a purification system is, what resin is. You need to know what all of these terms are and then some, because if you don't, other window cleaners will look at you like you're moot and you just started, and they'll go and try to take your work, right? You need to be able to convey to the customer if they have a question about something specific, be able to relay the information specifically, properly, and do your due diligence in studying your own niche. There is nothing worse than talking to a customer and they ask you a question and you don't know what the answer is. Because you're supposed to be the professional. So again, second tip, study your niche. Guys, the third tip that I can give you is have exceptional customer service. I recently got my truck wrapped, and I'll be making a video on that here soon. But guys, specifically, you need to have exceptional customer service. So if you mess up, it is your job to relay that information. Say, hey, listen, I messed up. If the customer has a gripe with you, accept it. Even if you do the job perfectly, accept their gripe, fix it, and move on, right? 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get a gripe. You're not going to get a complaint if you do your jobs well. But if they have a gripe, fix it, right? And I was going on about my truck. I recently got my truck wrapped. They had extremely poor customer service, and they refunded me 15% of my money. And I'll never go back. And I will always talk bad about them because they had such bad customer service. The wrap actually came out decent, but they made me feel like I was not, they made me feel like I was like moot. So it kind of is what it is. Guys, just bottom line, make sure that you have exceptional customer service. If you guys are specifically going out and doing jobs, and like I said before, even if you do the job perfect, you need, and they have some type of complaint, just address the complaint. Just take it, redo it. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So guys, those are the 3 tips that I can present to you that are going to help you grow your service-based business. If you guys have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. And with that being said, Buchanan Windows